Okay, let's see how we go with this one. Gonna make this, I think, 200. Gonna make it a little bit contrasty. I think this one's gonna go all the way light. Alright, let's see what we've got. What we have here. We have here it says, "Here goes Manly celebrating our 10th anniversary." So this is at Manly Wharf. And this is where it's coming from, a Manly guide. We'll just do it this way. Manly guide. We're going to photocopy this part. Try to get the nice looking iconic Manly ferry. As I've ridden these many times before, folks. I used to commute to work once upon a time on one of those. So we're just going to line that up nicely. And we're just going to put it across. But it's a nice way to travel. It gets a bit scary when you ride it on the when it's going past the heads, and there's a real swell. It can be quite scary. But if you like a bit of a thrill, it can be a lot of fun. So if you're not scared of it, it's fun. You're just really rough and ready. I've been on some pretty rough trips. You wouldn't want to get on there if you're a seasick sort of a person on a day like today, a day like that especially. If it's one of them rough days, I think we've pushed it up too high. But that looks good. So far that looks really nice. That looks really nice, that swell. We could just push it down a fair bit. But yeah, it's a nice way to travel, I must say. It's a very fun way to travel. It's different from just catching a bus or a train. Oh, they're fun. Buses and trains are nice too. But they're not quite the same as a ferry. The iconic Manly ferry. Although you've got other iconic transits like buses, like if you want to go to Palm Beach from the city, you can catch on a thing called an L90, which is another iconic public transport route. But there's another new route that's been applied. It's called the B-Line bus that takes you just to Mona Vale, but it's a really good bus ride. Well, I've never actually tried it myself, folks, but I'm pretty sure it would be a lot of fun. I wonder if we can make this better positioned. It looks a bit like it's too far in the centre, but we're going to do it like this. But yeah, I'm not actually a transit buff, if you know what I mean. I don't know all the names of all the models and makes of all the buses and shit like that, but I do appreciate a good trip. I do appreciate the enjoyment you get just travelling. Instead of just doing nothing. It's nice to sit out there and travel and to take in the scenery while you're getting from A to B. So it's really nice. And the good thing about public transport is you don't have to drive yourself. That's pretty self-explanatory. But basically it's different to, well, I've never actually had the privilege of driving. I failed my knowledge test when I was young and I never actually reapplied. I'm really glad because I've got disabilities that could make driving a hazard. I didn't know I had disabilities back then, but I had one disability that prevented me from passing the knowledge test, and that is I have a problem with my hippocampus and my short-term memory, and these parts of the brain are responsible for learning. So I couldn't remember all the answers to all the questions I needed. So I forgot, and that's why I failed, because I just couldn't remember all the questions. I answered heaps of them wrong and I didn't pass, which was a blessing in disguise. I was studying that year to become a photocopier technician, and I wanted to become a field one, but I can't work like that. I didn't know I had actual disabilities until I had an idea I had some kind of disability, but I didn't know that it was going to affect my work until much later. But anyway, enough of that. I think that's a nice looking image. I think now we can call this demo quits.